President Moon Jae-in met with the heads of local venture firms this morning, pledging to transform South Korea into a country where startups can not only grow but thrive. Our Hwang Hojun has the story.
Venture investment exceeding $1.7 billion, the number of venture firms reaching over 10,000. In the short period of time between 1997 and 2000, South Korea made its mark as a venture power, ultimately becoming the world-class IT powerhouse it is today, according to President Moon. And now, the South Korean president says that the country is in need of yet another venture boom.
벤처 기업이 산업 발전과 경제 성장을 좌우하게 될 것입니다. 벤처 창업 역량이 국가 경쟁력의 핵심 요인이 되었습니다.
President Moon noted the country had some difficulties in turning its venture firms into global companies. A quote, scale-up, an exponential growth of a startup in sales or employment at an average annual rate of 20% or more for 3 years. He said the goal is to boost the number of South Korean unicorn companies, startups with a valuation of roughly $1 billion from the current 6 to 20 by the end of next year. In order to scale up a startup into a unicorn company, President Moon said the government will establish an investment fund to inject over $10 billion in startups over the next 4 years. President Moon also said his administration will promote mergers and acquisitions so that both entrepreneurs and investors can profit and make new investments. He said his administration will make efforts to achieve a 10% investment recovery rate via M&As by the year 2020 from the current 2.5%. Last but not least, President Moon stressed he will actively apply the regulatory sandbox system to revitalize venture startups. The president's remarks came during a briefing on venture business policies, a follow-up to his meeting with leaders of the nation's first-generation venture firms and successful startup businesses last month. Hwang Hojun, Arirang News.